Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sugarly Swag, where we do everything bright, bold, beautiful, glamorous, sparkly, and fun. My name is Gemma and I'm a makeup artist here in Tampa, Florida. So today I created this look. It is a kind of grungy, yet glam, smoky-eyed look. I did have a couple of mess ups, but I ended up being able to fix it. I do have a little trick that I show you in this video. So I hope that you enjoy and you learn something new. Thanks again for watching. Peace, love, and light. Looking crazy. Starting off with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NC30. And I'm using a Real Techniques beauty sponge to blend this in. Now I've already applied foundation to my face and I use the Hourglass stick foundation and the color is beige. So I went in with the concealer after. And now I'm going in with just a little bit of setting powder by Ciate. It's Everyday Vacay. Ciate London. I'm not exactly sure how to say that, but I think it's close. From here, I'm going in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color black, and then I'm moving on to my eyes. I'm using the Morphe M505 brush and going in with the James Charles palette. It's the Artistry palette, and I'm starting off with this white color that's in the palette. Unfortunately, I don't have the colors. The palette doesn't actually have the names of the colors, but I do show you in this video which colors I'm using. I'm basically using this white shadow to set my eyeshadow primer. Now from here, I'm going in with the Morphe palette. Another one, it's a separate palette, and it's the Copper Spice 25A. And I'm using my finger to apply this color. I find that when I use my finger to apply metallics or anything shimmery or shiny, the color payoff is much better. I'm going back in with that Morphe brush and that same color, and I'm just working that into the crease some. All right, from here, going in with that James Charles palette, going in with, I will be using both that brown and the black. I'll be alternating, but first going in with that brown color next to that black and working it into my crease. And that is basically my transition shade. It's a really beautiful color. I really enjoy using this just for every day if you just want to add some definition and some depth. Just going back in with that same color and just layering it on until it's as dark as I like. I went up a little too high, so I'm going in with a clean, fluffy brush, and I'm trying to basically just blend it away some. In this video, I do just end up sort of lifting all of those colors upwards. Sometimes you mess up and you just have to roll with it. Now I'm going in with this NYX taupe color. I really love this color for contouring my cheeks and my nose, and I'm using that color just to, again, blend and make the colors look seamless. And I'm actually using that to lift it up because it's not too brown, or, you know, it gives just enough color and it helps just blend everything together, basically. And I'm working that color underneath my eyes as well, just right along that lash line, and I'm really blowing it out because I want this to be grungy. Again, everything that I do is not very precise. I like a very blown out, grungy look. From here, I will be using the M506 brush by Morphe, and I'm just showing you how much smaller this brush is compared to my original fluffy brush. And here I'm just showing you how I would lift my eye some if I was struggling with creasing. But actually, before we jump into that color, I forgot that I wanted to start off with a pencil, and it's a kohl pencil. You know, you could use any sort of kohl crayon, you know, pencil. Basically, it's like a base. So when I go to apply the black color, it'll stand out more. So now I will be going in with that Morphe brush and black shade from that James Charles palette. And here I am just blending, blending, blending. And notice how I start at the outer corner of my eye and work my way in down to my lash line. So, and then I will be going in to make a V. Working with the color black can be very stressful and challenging. And if you make a mistake, try not to sweat because you can fix it. So here I am showing you how I'm grabbing another clean, fluffy brush, blending brush, to sort of buff out the areas that I feel I made a mistake. And you can also use translucent setting powder to also buff away and blend away some of the errors that you make. And I do this in this video as well. This side ended up being just much easier. I realized what I did wrong on the other side. So you'll notice how I started at the outer corner, draw that line going downwards towards my lash line, and then I worked to that crease to make that V. You can see it right there. I'm just going to continue the same process over and over until I'm happy with the color payoff and the intensity. And here I'm going in with that translucent setting powder to buff away the edges and make the edges just look a little smoother. And you really want to make sure that you're focusing on keeping that black low, really low. So don't go above that crease unless you're really wanting to smoke it all out, and you know, but you have to be careful because you could look like you have a black eye, and we don't want that. I went in with the NYX HD finishing powder in the color Banana just to kind of brighten everything up. And I'm using a stippling brush by Crown, and I really enjoy a stippling brush to help blend colors into each other. It's just a very soft brush that doesn't move things around too much. It's kind of a miracle brush. I love this brush very much. I went back in with that brown shade, and I am again working that into the crease. And back in with that smaller blending brush, same brush, and now I'm working that brown color and that black that's left over on my brush right underneath my lash line to just create some more depth and grunge it out. I love a grungy look. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but that's just my style. I really liked how that looked, so I grabbed the bigger brush and some more of that brown color and just brought it down even lower. I'm going in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color 0. And I'm using a brush to pull my eyes down just a little bit instead of my finger because the warmth of your finger can move product around. So it's also easier on your eyes because we tend to pull a little too hard sometimes, and that area of our face is very sensitive. So I'm just tight lining my lower waterline and top as well. Now from here, I am going to add a little pop of shimmer to my center of my eye, and I'm using that James Charles Artistry palette. It's like a gold sort of champagne-y color, and I'm going in right in the center, as you can see. Not so much going, you know, too far in. It's a technique, a lot of times you'll see it on YouTube called the halo look. I do bring that into my inner corner as well, that same color, so that's my highlight. And I do believe I work it into my, yes, my brow bone as well. From here, I'm going in with my current Holy Grail eyeliner by House Laboratories, and it's the liquid eyeliner in the color Punk. It's an absolutely beautiful product, and I highly recommend it. Now on this eye, I definitely was on the struggle bus, but you just have to stop and breathe sometimes, and remember, it all can be fixed. There are techniques and ways that you can fix your eyeliner if it's too thick, or like if you notice here, I went down a little too low. So you'll see I go in with a Q-tip and with some makeup remover, just a very little amount, and I fix it. You'll be able to see it here. And see, I had to stop and breathe. It can be very stressful. So you can also fix your eyeliner by using some concealer on a flat brush. One day I'll have to show you that. I really like that technique as well. I do that a lot, mainly on my clients. When it's on myself, I'm a little more careless, and yeah. So there it is, right there. There, I'm just using that Q-tip just to clean it up. For the most part, you're going to want to move upwards towards your temple versus downwards, but you will, figure that out as you go. And again, mistakes sometimes end up being happy mistakes, and you just roll with it. Now, I really wanted to spice it up a little bit more. I felt like it needed a little bit more pizzazz, so back in with that James Charles palette, and I'm using this really pretty purpley pink color, and I'm applying that under my lash line, not being very careful, and I'm going to place it in my crease, just like whatever's left over on the brush into my crease. Why not? And now for my favorite mascara at the moment. I have fallen back in love with it. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and it is in black, or very black. The black is black. And from here, I am now going in with MAC Give Me Sun. I'm placing that all over my face, along my cheekbones, temples, forehead, down by my jawline and my nose, and just basically just warming my face up. I really, really love Give Me Sun by MAC. And I'm going in with a blush by MAC called Gingerly. Another gorgeous color. And I'm going back in with that stippling brush to blend those two colors together. And I'll also be applying the MAC Oh Darling highlighter with a fan brush. And this fan brush is by Royal and Lang Nickel. And it is the BMD 300. And I will be going back in with that stippling brush to also blend the highlighter, bronzer, and blush into each other, so there aren't any harsh lines. Actually, it's line first. Now it's time for the lips. And I'm going in with this Milani lip liner called Sugar Plum. I'm lighting my lips first. And then I will be applying a really beautiful color by Dose of Colors, and it's called Date Night, and it's a really, really pretty red. My lips are feeling a little dry, so I went in first with my Carmex, which is what I always do, especially when I'm applying a liquid lipstick that could possibly, you know, dry down to matte and really dry my lips out. So that really helps. This color is absolutely beautiful, and I like the mix of the lip liner and this color together. They really work well together. I'm just using a Q-tip to just clean it up, and I like using my finger to just pat the product into my lips. I feel like it really helps blend everything in together. And now I'm setting my face with MAC Fix Plus. And this is the final look. Thank you all again so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.